Relative to the rest of the barons, Touristville is a neon-clothed oasis. At its heart is the Seamstresses Union. Housed in an old brownstone building on the corner of illegal and opportunity, bums huddle together, gangers strut the streets, and the occasional salaryman comes slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt, and restored so many times that it's like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. The wild ivy growing out the gutters adds to this effect. As you enter, the murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, and then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but keeps to themselves. And hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome back to Shadowrun Returns. I am in stage 3 of it, and we just got 2 karma. We can go ahead and spend that if we really want. Let's go ahead and look at our stats. We have quite a decent chunk of it there. We have 9 karma sitting waiting on us. We could use it to pump some things. I think we want to actually pump our intelligence and our decking ability, just so we can get a little bit more access to various things. Let's go ahead and click confirm. We're down to 1 karma now, which kind of sucks, but we can live with it. Our body and stuff like that is fine as is, because we aren't going to be really dying anytime soon, at least not by ourselves. Now we could go over here and we can look at a variety of characters wanting to talk to us. We come over here and yeah, it's fairly open. Nothing we really want from most of these people though. We can get outfits, which I think I might upgrade mine. Just a minor upgrade. I'll take a look. Now I know this guy's the outfit guy because I have been through this part of the game before. And I'm going to go ahead and get the black hat. I'm going to save some of my Nuyen, which is just the currency. I'm going to go ahead and throw that into my cart, confirm, and we will go ahead and equip that. And we now look like some kind of weirdo, but we are going to go with that. And there's our new model in game. I just wanted to show you the change appearance thing. Reason I didn't go with the tourist look is 1, it's more expensive, and 2, I just don't like how it looks. That's just me. I'm not big on the tourist look. We might upgrade later into like ninja or something like that. But here we meet Cherry Bomb. The bartender is striking elf supporting a perfectly toned body, perfectly pouty lips, and perfectly tapered ears. Her eyes harmonize save me and take me in equal measure, hitting just the right notes for the maximum extraction of tips. She looks at you, sees another elf, and smiles big. Hey there, I haven't seen you here before. What can I do for you? We can have a few options here. Let's go ahead and click on the I found a bar tab with Coyote's name on it. I've already done the weird other ones. If you ask how about a date, she's like, oh, I haven't heard that one before, giggle. It's a waitress thing. But let's go ahead and do the bar tab thing. Mention a name. Away on business, are you, Coyote? Business, is she a shaman with a name like Coyote? It sounds like she might be, but no, she's not a shaman, but there was a shaman that, oh, she thought a coyote was a shaman that double-crossed her. She just killed a coyote instead. And she's been missing for a while, apparently. Now, she starts to turn away, and a man with the face of a survivor and zeal of a... and quite the zeal. Let me just read it quite literally. She starts to turn away when a man with the face of a survivor and the zeal of a convert tugs at her arm hard. It's clear the two have a history. They try to keep their voices low, but the intensity of their conversation makes them easy to overhear. And here he's going to be talking to her about the Ripper being on the loose and that the Ripper is real. Just look what happened down the block, and now Coyote's missing, and she'll probably be found in a dumpster without her head. I mean, that's kind of a big visual, and I like how serene this guy looks. He's like, and she thinks plenty, and she is getting a PhD from UW in neuroprosthetics. Yeah, that's supposedly like a really big thing, and actually it would be in the day and age presented in Shadowrun. Bartending tips and faster ways, blah, blah, blah. And she's not taking the easier ways. He wants what you want, a better life, a better world for everyone. The Universal Brotherhood give you that. I feel like going into my weird culty voice with this one. Just, I want what you want. But no, I'm not going to do that. And she's heard all this, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, I'm going blah, blah, blah. I'm actually reading it all, so I just read faster than I can talk. And sometimes that'll lead to me clicking these ahead further than I really want to. I'm trying to keep them fairly slow so you guys can read them as well. Now, her face gets pretty hard, and it's armored in lipstick and low expectations. Yep. Universal Brotherhood is for other people, Shane. Rich Bellevue types who can afford their membership fees and voluntary donations. And it's not about the money, it's about binding the world together in brotherhood. Come with me. Attend a discovery meeting. Get to the core of who you are. I heard Lynn Telestrian give a talk last night called The New Family of the Sixth World. I'm probably doing the voice completely wrong because it's supposed to be a stern and insistent conversation, not some kind of cult gathering. But I like doing my cult voice. It's rather entertaining. Yeah, she ends the conversation without a question, just with her body language. Yeah. She prefers her family here. And he goes running off. Sorry, got interrupted. Let's see. Sounds like you got big plans for yourself. Her eyes soften. Yeah. I'm such the ladies' man. No. But she's actually looking for some other things. Let's go ahead. You look like you're not just here for the entertainment. Are you a badge? I'm going to say, I think you know the answer to that. A nice little smirk. And yeah, independent, trained to spot a bronze the minute they walk in there. Yeah, pretty much that's going to be dive bar in general. I have a few questions. First, tell me about this place. People come for booze, some for companionship. They pretty much come here for pretty much anything that can be bought, sold, or rented. That's pretty much what the union is. Seamstresses union, for those of you who are wondering, is actually a fairly old phrase, believe it or not. It's a play on an older phrase, let's put it that way. Who is that you're talking to? Old boyfriend, used to work here. Then he joined the Brotherhood, went to a meeting, made new friends, moved in with them. And yeah, then he started trying to recruit her. Ever heard the name Sam Watts? Yeah, she knows Sam because he was a regular customer, regular pain in the ass, and as long as she's been here, he's been that way. So, yeah, he talked big game, broke, and yeah, it went straight to his head. Coyote had a soft spot for him. Did you see him the night he died? No, that was Coyote's shift. And who runs this place? I want to talk to them. That would be Mrs. Kabuta. She's in the back room, and you can't miss her. Thanks for the intel. I appreciate the help. Gutter punks have to stick together. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. We went through that one fairly quick. I tried to give you time to read it, though, if you didn't like my shortened explanations. Right here, Jin Parks, I think, is just a weapons dealer. Yeah. The Asian woman's expression reads, open for business, but her demeanor reads, dealer rather than companion. She has a jack in her neck, a gun on her hip, and a chip on her shoulder. She eyes you with a sneer. Let's see. Yeah, Matrix Tech, whatever. I'm not going to do that. Actually, let's see what she's got, just off the bat. Got weapons, drones, consumables. I already have the weapon I need. I could grab other weapons. I could grab a rifle or something like that, which would give me a longer range. But I'm not going to really bother with that just yet. I'm going to stick with pistols for the most part. And I need to scratch my ear real quick because my hair is bothering me. There we go. You can get drones if you are a person with drone control. I currently don't have that. Now, they are kind of neat. The Doberman is an attack drone, and the Smoker is a support drone. I don't know if I'll actually get the abilities to show these off or not, but if I do a subsequent playthrough, I'll definitely consider switching over to another class. Or if I do a playthrough of another story on here, I'll definitely consider that as an option. Let's go ahead and exit, because I have a feeling many fan-made ones are going to be more along the lines of just combat rather than deep story. Although I would love to see some deep story ones pop up where you actually have to have these other abilities. Okay, Mr. Clue. Posted at the doorway to the VIP section is a tower of a troll, muscle-wrapped in an impossibly tailored suit. Whether the product of good genes or expensive aftermarket cosmetic work, the troll's gleaming horns perfectly frame his face. and his polished tusks and goatee accentuate the set of a lantern jaw. Lantern law? Yeah, whatever. Lantern jaw. There we go. And he just says, welcome, please behave yourself. Will do. Do you have trouble here often? Nothing a stern look can't usually solve. Looking into the death of Sam Watts. Heard about that. Real shame. There's a sharpness in Clue's eyes. The look of a man who has seen much and earned wisdom at a young age. Let's see. In your role here, I suppose you often escorted Sam to the door. Yes, albeit gently. Sam was a drunk, but he usually wasn't a violent one. Usually, what about the night he died? He was a bit agitated, didn't catch the specifics. Might have been over a woman. Thought I was going to have to show him out, but I had to deal with a couple of rival go-gangers posturing for one of the working girls upstairs. Yeah, it's a seamstress union, all right. Jake helped Sam out instead, which is the guy we saw before. I appreciate you talking with me. Happy to help. Let's go ahead and look into the VIP section. We got Johnny Clean. Looks like a janitor. The man dressed like a janitor but is wearing unusually clean overalls. He's tall, rail thin, and has a cunning look to his eyes that says he's more than just a maintenance man. Johnny Clean. Yeah, first time getting a look at a place. Well, you enjoy yourself. Looks like the type of place. I'm just sweeping up a bit. Just sweeping up a bit, yeah. That guy I'm not going to bother talking to. He's a shaman. Oh, I suppose I could talk to him. It's Noog. He's a shaman guy, and he sells magic. Not going to really bother too much with him. Although, I think I will just to show you the portrait. Let's go ahead and do that. I like that portrait. It has a very interesting look to it for a troll. I actually wish you could play with the character that looks like that. He's talking to other people in his brain and in the spirit world, which actually has an influence in the Shadowrun universe. It says, covered in glowing magical talismans and fetishes, the troll does not seem to be fully of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, apparently participating in several conversations at once, but with entities you can neither see nor hear. He mutters, I told you, it's not like that at all. Bring me proof and you shall have it. I am honored, your majesty. Mutter, that was why you said to use the mustard instead of the ketchup. That is why I said to use mustard instead of ketchup. And mutters again, forgive me, Gene, I was a fool, blah, blah, blah. And he looks at you in the eye, his other conversations on hold. You may peruse my magical wares and see their glory. We're not going to bother looking at his wares. It's just magic. I'm not going to use magic on this playthrough. I will use it on another one. Instead, I'm going more for the techie kind of cyber guy route. And here we have Mrs. Kubota. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but Mrs. Kubota watches you cross the room, sizing you up as you approach. As you get closer, you can see that she's of a mixed race, African and Japanese. Her demeanor says, this is my house. Mess with it at your own peril. But her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks. Konbanwa, good evening. Aha. I'm not sure how to pronounce Konbanwa. If some of you have some recommendations on it, I'd be glad to hear them. My, but aren't you the pretty elf? Are you enjoying the Seamstresses union? There should be plenty for a man like you to enjoy. I just can't talk today. She eyes you closely, or is this business? I need a moment of your time, Mrs. Kubota. I have topics to discuss. So and why should I help you? Sam Watts, I'm looking for his killer. Her face brightens, amused. So you are the little insurance policy. He would go on about when he was drunk. His avenging angel, who would strike back for him from beyond the grave. What do you want to know? How well did you know Sam? She knew him. They all did. He was a regular, and whenever he could beg and borrow enough Nuyen to become altered in some way. Drugs, chips, alcohol, it didn't matter to Sam as long as he was bent. Always looking for the next fix. He clung to this place like it was his lifeline, and we treated him as part of the family, even if none of us truly liked him except Coyote. Did you see Sam on the night of his death? He was here, quite inebriated, as he often was. Coyote was working bar that night, and she informed me that Sam was getting rowdy and belligerent with other customers. When I requested he leave, he refused. My bouncer, Mr. Clue, was off dealing with another issue, so I requested that Jake escort Sam out the back door to the alley, but that was the last I saw of either of them. And why is this place called the Seamstress Union? This hints at Stop talking, start over, and actually pronounce stuff. During the gold rush years, there was a census, and the politicians wanted as high a number as possible to gain power and revenue. To bolster their numbers, they decided to include all the working girls, of which there were many, to the rolls. However, given the times, they could not list the girls' true occupation, so they entered them all as seamstresses. Blah, blah, blah. When a girl accumulated enough money to open her own place of business, she named it the Seamstresses Union, so potential workers would know that they would be treated fairly there. And thus a rich tradition was born. So you're a former seamstress? No, perhaps when we know each other more, I will reveal more about myself. For now, enjoy the union. And I gotta ask her about Coyote. Her face darkens. Wish that I could. I have not seen her in 2 days. She's a smart woman and quite dangerous, but I fear for her. Now, if she's dangerous, why do you fear for her? Or if she's smart, why do you fear for her? And I'm sure she can take care of herself. If she's smart, why do you fear for her? Because she is in a dangerous line of work and there's always someone smarter, more prepared. Her room is upstairs. If you are looking for her, I invite you to examine it. You may be able to uncover her whereabouts. But I would not normally betray her privacy in this way, but she's missed 2 shifts now and I cannot be reached on her comm. It's unlike her. If something has happened, I will not have an action on my conscience. Here is the key. So we can get into her room just by going up here. We're going to go ahead and go up there in this episode. I'm going to show you why I was getting all those Decker things. First off, let's go ahead and get into this other room, see what we can find. Yeah, decking 2. That's perfectly easy. Let's go ahead and open the door. Now, it has the opening of doors and stuff like that has a very Fallout 1 feel to it. While I haven't played that game myself, let's go ahead and dig into it. Item picked up. We picked up a nitro out of that thing. Groovy. Can we click anything else in here? Negatory. Let's go ahead and move on. We can't get into that other room. We can open this one, though, which is her room. And we can open this one as well. Actually, I think this one's her room. The other one's just another person's room. Let's go ahead and move in. See what we can get a hold of in here. Not seeing anything. We may have to just... Yeah, nothing in there. Let's go ahead and keep moving. Let's take a look through all this stuff. First off, the boxes. Keeps her clothes in boxes on the floor. The stand is littered with action movies and cigarette butts, as expected. Chicago skyline, done in a stylized silhouette. We have this is going to be the diary. Now we can look through this. You open the diary, the first one. Receipt is stuck. Inspect the receipt. For a Browning max power pistol that Jin Park downstairs sold her. And we can read the diary entry. Back from shift talking about Paco's, goons sleeping on the apartment floor. And yeah. But she's upset about him making his cash through the ganging aspect. Let's go ahead and flip to a different page. Second paper. Handwritten poem. Read the entry. Paco reads my mind. No, he probably just reads the diary. And he kind of has kept the ganging off of the radar. Read the poem. And let's just say Paco should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave the poetry to others. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be writing poetry myself either. So let's go ahead and look at a photograph stuck between the pages. Young girl with caramel skin and dark brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, yet she is smiling. The back of the photograph has shadows scrawled on it. Remember that if you're going to go through a certain thing that I'm going to show you in just a minute. And on to the 4th page. Let's go ahead. The combination is 342. 436, yep. And let's go ahead and put the diary down. We can get to the safe if we really want. Yeah, let's go ahead and open the safe. See what we got in there. Frag grenade. Groovy. Let's go ahead and get on our computer and see what we can find there. Let's go ahead. We can do password recovery or we can run a brute force crack. Let's go ahead and go through password recovery and hope I remember all the answers. Okay. First one is, what was your first childhood pet? Let's go with Shadow. The snake, what is your favorite musical act? The elementals, I believe, is the right answer. And what is the name of your hometown? Chicago. Nope, they were incorrect. Let's go to password recovery. Shadow. I thought it was the elementals. Leave the computer. I'm wrong. Let's go password recovery. Shadow. Is it Starfire? Let's try Starfire. And what is the name of your hometown? Chicago. There we go. It was Starfire in Chicago. I was wrong on the first one. I've already done this part, so that's why I know it. You can also run a brute force crack, which gives you the same things. You got 3 karma from that, though, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and look at the calendar. Gonna talk about meet Delilah about the gig. Meet Paco for a Pike Place Market date in 30 minutes today. So we got to get there. Let's go ahead and look at the contact list. Exactly 1 entry. Someone named Paco. There is no comlink number. It doesn't seem like a very useful list of contacts. And a quick scan of her recent searches shows that Coyote has been reading a great deal about hellhounds. Remember that for later, folk. Let's go and leave the computer. We got all we can get here. We could pick up the diary again and read it if we really wanted to, but we are not going to. Instead, we are going to break downstairs and figure out where we're headed to next. Let's go ahead and find Mrs. Kabuta. There she is. I always forget where she's at. Do you know Paco? Ganger, member of the Cutters. Cutters are a gang in the Seattle area of the Shadowrun universe, so you'll be seeing that pop up quite a bit, as well as the Halloweeners and a few others. I'm forgetting the name of them, as well as like Renraku Security and the likes. She warned about getting too attached to him. Maury's Meat Emporium. No, she's a vegetarian, so she has not heard of it. Jim Park sold her a gun. Be more surprised if she hadn't sold her a gun. Bouncers can deal with most of the troublemakers, but around here you need a gun just to take trash out to the dumpster. Yeah, there's places like that, even nowadays, much less in the far future when everyone has guns. Coyote has a date with Paco pretty soon. Bring me a peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. And we can go ahead and take the cab to Pike Place and be headed on our way. Let's go ahead and move out here. We could talk to the weapon people again, but they don't really have anything for us. Let's go ahead and move on out, and this will be the end of 1 episode of Let's Play Shadowrun Returns. I keep wanting to say Shadow Era. You'll forgive me because I make a lot of videos in that regard. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next area, and I will see you guys next time on Let's Play Shadowrun Returns. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and keep gaming, have fun. Peace out. I need to remember to do these outros on each one because I'm recording them in clumps. So yeah, that's why I don't always react immediately to what is in the comments. But yeah, we're taking the Pike Place Market cab. Confirmed.